What is going on? Welcome to an early Sunday Q&A. So I'm going to start doing bi-weekly early around noonish, and then the next week I'll do later around 5 or 6 p.m. just so the people that can't watch them at noon can watch them at 5, and I'll just alternate bi-weekly. I think that'll work a little bit better. So today I'm doing an early one. Got back from California um, Friday night. So Friday at like midnight, got back. It was a super, just seems really long, the drive, just because, my truck, it's a diesel truck. It really only goes 100 miles an hour. It's like its max speed, but it did, I did like 100 for probably like 5 hours straight. Didn't have any issues on the way there and the way back, and it was just pretty decent, which that that isn't too bad. So let's see. Howdy from Texas. What's going on? Hey Dave. Shouts from New Jersey. What's going on? Um, yeah. So I think the whole bi-weekly thing is going to be really nice, just because people will be able to tune in when they're not actually able to. But let's see. Let's see. Are you ever going to do what Dodge has yet to do, a wide body Hellcat Chrysler Pacifica? I don't think so. I don't know. A lot of people have been talking about doing a Hellcat swap van. It may end up happening, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what happens. The Bahamas. Hell yeah. Hi all from rainy UK. uh, let's see. What color am I going to paint the Charger? It's going to be a shade of blue. I'm not exactly sure. I need to figure that out because I need to order the paint. I actually need to tell them everything that I need so they can get a price together. I want to get all the supplies in one shot to get the car completely finished. So I'm thinking I'll probably end up needing 2 gallons of clear. That's just to be safe. I mean, they sell it in gallons. It's pretty expensive, but at the it's better to have too much than to run out, especially when you're painting, because um, most of the time I run out of hardeners and reducers and stuff like that, which when you spray the base coat and then you're like mixing some clear and then you don't have enough clear, it's just a nightmare, because then you have to run down to the shop, buy it. If it's on like a Saturday or Sunday or the shop's closed, it's too late. You're pretty much hosed. You have to, if you clear it and don't have enough clear to, apply more coats, then you have to go back and sand it. Or if you didn't put enough clear on it, it was dry, you have to pretty much just restart the whole process over, which really sucks. So, how's the weather? It's in the 70s today. It's pretty nice. I'm wearing shorts. It's sunny. What's up from San Antonio? What's going on? Dave, please start numbering your vids so the fans can see the sequence. They're numbered at the end of the video. I don't understand why people keep asking this, but if you look at the end of the title, I'm not going to put it at the beginning. It says episode this, episode that. Just read the whole title. It's at the end of it. So, hey Dave, love the content. When are you coming to New Zealand to start the Suzuki's? I don't know. I want to get the Charger done first. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Australia. I want to I want to go to a few places in Europe. I definitely want to go visit some family. Probably maybe in Germany. Check Germany out. Italy. I might. I'm not too much of a fan of France, just because last time we were there we had some issues, but I may cruise through France, hopefully not get any tickets from all their million cameras that they have on the highways. But let's see. You should paint it the Frostbite blue from Dodge. It would look killer. Yeah, that's a color that I'm leaning towards, so it might happen. Hold on, you're the hold on, greatest? Hold on, you're the is that greediest dude on Junkyard in your name? I'm not exactly sure what that means. Hey Dave, how's life? It's doing pretty good. I mean, other than driving places, me and Trevor and his brother and a few other people went to a concert. It wasn't really a concert, but went last night. It was actually pretty good, especially since everything's been closed down for so long this whole year. It was just kind of a nice thing to go do, on top of like going to Tahoe and stuff, just because went there and it's just like normal. I mean, nobody was wearing masks, nobody was doing any of that stuff, nobody cared. So I mean, I hope we get back to that again. I mean, it's just was so much more fun. Everybody just going around like in fear is just kind of getting old quick. So Bama, crappy one though. Let's see. Your thought on the lockdowns? I think they're a joke. Dave for president. I don't think. I mean, if I was president, all the roads would be 100% fixed. So yeah, all the car guys could vote. But no, I don't want that job. Screw that. It's just that's a job I would not want to do. It's just so much BS. I'd probably punch some people in the face. I'll tell you that right now. But let's see. Can you put the names of the music on your vids? You have some cool music. So I used to do that before, when I was using non-copyrighted music and stuff like that. I actually did that because I wasn't paying for it, but now I pay for music, so I see no reason to. I know a lot of people are like, what song is this? But you could just go on your phone and use I think Alexa will pick up what the songs are. But I'm not gonna, if I pay for a song, I'm not gonna give them a promotion to what the song is. It's just one of those things that I'm not gonna do. So yeah. What's your favorite car under 100K? I mean, I don't know. What would be my favorite car under 100K? I have a lot of cars that I like. Maybe let's say the favorite car that is the easiest for me to drive. So the FD, the issue with the FD and the FC is I'm tall. So, I mean, I would say maybe the FD or the FC, but my 240, I have a seat rail and a bride seat, so it's a lot easier to be in that car. But even then, I don't know, maybe once the VVL and everything's in it, it has the 6-speed transmission, and it is it's all brand new again. Maybe I'd say that would be my favorite car once again. But I don't know. I really like the Challenger. It's roomy inside. I fit in it. The seats, they're comfortable, but in a way they're not. The steering also is a little bit too tight. I mean, after I would have made it to California faster than the Hellcat, but drive that far, I mean, it's just the steering wheel. The steering is very stiff. I mean, it is a performance car, but it kind of irritates your wrists after a while, because it's just kind of, even in the comfort mode, it just kind of has that feeling. So it just always has resistance, which to me isn't bad, but on very, very long drives, I mean, you'd be dying from it. And the seats, probably the same thing. They're comfortable, but they're more comfortable on a racing aspect of it. They'd be questionable for very long drives. And I guess I'll find out once I put the Charger together, because I plan on driving that thing to California. So we'll see what happens with yeah, so I'd say the Challenger right now is my favorite car to kind of drive. My truck's kind of a favorite too, but that's just more of a daily aspect. Grease, no grease on you for you to have Junkyard in your name. Your project is killer though. Okay, I'm not sure what that means still, but um, seeing that on Instagram looked funny. I've done nothing this weekend. Feel wasteful. Yeah, so I don't know how people are staying inside for this. Like, I know people that have barely gone out this whole time because they're so, like, they're just listening to stuff. But I could barely sit still for, I can't work, like, not working on a project or not working on something. I couldn't do it for hours. I mean, I barely sleep 6 hours. I'm like thinking about working on the charger and stuff and doing this and that. And then I'm like, well, I might as well just wake up and start getting stuff done. But yeah, I don't know how people have been just staying inside. I'd go crazy. I don't know. I'd never do it. As long as you don't get pulled over, France can't give you a fine. But I agree, France not a fan. Um, so yeah, they can kind of give you a fine. They at the border they try to give you a big old fat ticket. They just get your speed your miles per hour off those phone booths, which is lame. Use Shazam. What? That business? That's business. I don't know. Can't wait. Can't wait to see the build of the Magnum Charger Hemi. I mean, I probably won't have a video out tomorrow, but probably sometime this week I'll have a another update. I uh, I was I was relining some panels up yesterday. I wasn't 100% 100% confident with the gaps, so I realigned the whole driver side, which the reason I'm lining all these panels up and getting all the gaps perfect now is when I paint it and block everything out, if I don't do that, then if I did it, if I did painted the door or bodywork the door, bodywork the quarter, bodywork the fenders, and all this stuff off a car, um, it would look okay. But once I put it all together, who's to say that all the lines would still line up? So what I'm doing is lining everything up now. I'll body work it, make sure everything's 100% straight, make sure all the gaps are 100%. And then when I do the, when I paint it, I'll paint everything off the car. When I put it back on, it'll be all nice, smooth body lines. There won't be anything that's uneven, and it'll just look very, very good. Something that I noticed with the passenger side, a reason why I realigned the driver side, I'm going to redo the passenger side again. I'm getting really good at it, so I'm getting really quick. But so Dodge self drills the holes on the fenders, and the issue on the passenger side, I actually looked at a few cars because I've only been looking at the driver's side for the gaps, and all the passenger side gaps are really, really tight. So Dodge drills these holes in the fenders. You can't move them. So I'm gonna have to pretty much drill the hole a little bit further over so I can move the fender just a little bit further forward because it's not perfectly in line with the other fenders. So I want everything to be nice gaps, everything to be even. It's all those little fine details that take a really long time, but at the end, when you look at the car, it just looks super smooth and just like a nice piece of, smooth glass, or like when you're looking at water or something. But it takes a lot of time. So I should have the driver's side quarter panel all the way welded on tomorrow, and then I could re-drill the holes on the fenders on the passenger side, or the fender on the passenger side, move it forward a little bit, move the passenger front door forward a little bit, the back door forward a little bit, and then we'll be 100% even on both driver and passenger gaps. And then I could weld the passenger side quarter panel on, and it'll be ready to go, ready to start body working. really going on back there. What is that? What car is that? I see a Mustang over there, like an older one. Can't see it. It's too bright. I believe he was stating non-greasiest. Greasiest? I don't know. Speculating everyone he knows with junkyards has greasy appearance, not greedy. Yeah, I don't know. When I work on cars, really, I stay very, very clean. People always say stuff. They're like, you like go to the junkyard and you don't get any grease on you. But yeah, it's I don't know. That's how I've always been. Thanks, Dave. Just a suggestion, only a suggestion. In order for the fans to see the number of the episodes, one must click on the video and then click the title in order to see the number. Yeah, I mean, it's it really wouldn't make sense. Everybody puts the episodes at the end. I'm not gonna do, and when you run the titles, you know, YouTube goes off of keywords, so it would just be going off of like the episode, which that wouldn't make sense. So it'll pretty much just stay the same. It's always been like that, which I've never had an issue. I need to put all the charger build videos in a library though, is what I need to do. Is one thing I need to do. But love to see a elephant swapped Dodge Dart. Could you imagine that? It would be a little bit small. Let's see. What's your planned engine setup for the wagon? I know you are going turbo, but twin size of turbos. Which block are you using for the engine? Sleeved, stock, bottom end. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take that Trackhawk 6.2, bore it out to a 426. So I'll need a crankshaft. I'll get a crankshaft, I'll get rods, and I'll get aftermarket pistons. Bore it out, it'll be stroked, and then I'll go with twin turbos. I'm not exactly sure what size turbos yet, but I also want to do CNC heads. I have some titanium valves from an LS. I think they're from like a big block LS, so I think they would be close to the same size. I'm gonna have to measure them and see if they might work. I could go a little bit bigger on the chambers and maybe just use those titanium valves that I've already have. I have quite a few sets of those, but I want it to be able to reliably make the power goals that I have. It's like 900 on the low setting and 13 to 1500 on the high setting. So yeah. Hey Dave, you have a LS4 engine for a 2009 Ford Taurus? I do not. When you back on the mini project? So I probably could go to Harbor Freight while I'm downtown. I need to get a deep socket set, and I need to get the nut off of the main shaft for the transmission so I could clean up the oil pan, but I have been working on it. I pulled the block apart. I have pieces of the video. I have pieces of like 3 videos, but not enough to make a video. So would you do a elephant Trackhawk? Probably not. I mean, I don't really see the reason to do a Trackhawk when I have the all-wheel drive Charger. Looks like your grandma had a wonderful 80th at the lake. Probably asked before I got here, how long till you get in high build? So it was already supposed to be in high build. It really doesn't matter, but just making sure all these gaps and everything are 100% before I start the body work is just taking a lot longer than I expected, and I could have already got it there, but I keep going back and forth, and then I'm like, well, that panel doesn't look 100% where I want it to be, so then I mess with it a little bit more, and then I keep messing with it, and you know, then that's a whole day. So I think probably, you know, I'd say by the end of this month, October, it should well be in a few stages of high build, if not by you know, at the end of next week. We'll see what happens. Still have to make the roof stuff and everything, but the body itself, there's not very much left to do before I could coat it in high build. So that's a really good plus. So it should be getting there soon. Like to see you do an older dog truck with modern running gear. It may end up happening. Hi from the UK. What's up? Hi from Russia. You like a Hold on. You're like a Russian car, like a Volga. I've never heard of that, but what's going on? How's the mini build going? Looking forward to seeing you squeeze in behind the wheel. Yeah, I need to order some parts for it, so that I probably should do that maybe today. I need to order a gasket kit and a bearing kit and stuff like that, just so I can get it all back together once I start powder coating pieces. Are you still friends with Trevor? Yeah, we hang out all the time. We just don't do much video stuff. So you know, I have my channel and everything. It just makes more sense to kind of, I don't know, it's just easier to do my own stuff because I could actually build my cars instead of, you know, just building all his cars and then, you know, not having anything to show for it, not being able to drive them, you know, stuff like that. So it's a lot nicer, you know, like the Hellcat, I rebuilt that, and it's just fun to drive. So the same thing with the Charger. Once the Charger's done, I'll have a car, be able to drive it. It's better to kind of build your own things. At the end of the day, it's just, you know, it's more satisfying. You just get more, you know, it's more satisfying to do at the end result. So, let's see. Man, we might have an early live stream. There's not much going on here today. Everybody must be doing something else. Everybody's out and doing stuff. It's actually kind of warm. The sun's shifting, so this isn't in the shade anymore. Let's see. Should I buy a 1974 C10 for 2,400 bucks? I mean, it depends what's done to it. For 2,400 bucks, that's kind of a lot. So I would definitely see any drift builds coming up. I don't know. I've been saying this since like 2010. I've been saying pretty much drifting's dead, but I do like to drift. It is fun to do, but it's just what it's come to be. It's not to me, it's not fun anymore. I mean, it's fun to go to an event with friends, drift. I mean, all this competition crap is just getting out of hand. But you know, it is what it is. People are going to do what they do, but I'm not going to go build any pro drift cars or anything like that. And yeah, to me, it's just not fun. So you stated you may be giving away the Hellcat after Rampage is done. Any ideas on the giveaway? So it's gonna be, it may end up being once the body's done, because I want to, once the body's done, I'm probably going to end up putting that in the garage just so it doesn't get messed up after it's 100% painted and clear brought and everything. Put it in the garage, and then I could start working on the drivetrain. And when the drivetrain's done, I could just take it down to the junkyard, put the drivetrain in it, and kind of just go from there. But yeah, I may end up doing it. I kind of want to do the giveaway at the first of the year, but it just depends on what's happening with the Charger. I don't want to give it away and then just not have a Hellcat. I mean, I'll be working towards the Charger, but it's fun to drive. I like driving it. It's fast. It's kind of gonna suck to give it away, but yeah, I do want to give it away sometime next year, and I'm kind of shooting towards the beginning of the year. I think that would be the best time, right before summer hits. Then, you know, once the giveaway is over, it'll pretty much be spring. You know, then somebody can have, you know, Hellcat for spring, summer, and fall, and enjoy it. I mean, it'll be one of those cars that somebody's going to get, and they're just going to have a lot of fun in it. And I may end up, you know, depending on the person, I may end up kind of showing them how to drive it if they've never driven fast cars or something like that. You know, it may come with like an extra set of tires or something, so we can go and I could give you some like lessons so you don't instantly turn it on 700 horsepower and then wreck it. So um, that's in the works. So we'll see what happens. How are you getting on with the trunk lid fabrication? It's actually just kind of where it was the last time. I've been working on the roof and everything and the body line. So it's really an afterthought because I want to get the body 100% done, and then I'm going to work on the hatch. I don't have to do the hatch until the body's done. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I've just been kind of working on it a little bit here, a little bit there. But you have a dream car that's not within reach yet? No, I think the car that I want to drive the most and that I'd probably be satisfied with just having if I could only have one car would be my 240Z with the RB30 in it. But you know, that build's going to be later on down the road. Once the charger's done, once maybe some other projects are done, probably I'll start it once I, you know, build a house or buy a house or build a shop house or something like that, just so I can get everything in one spot and then I can start working on it. I do want to get that thing done. It's been just kind of waiting for a long time. I do want to get my other 240 done too. It's just been waiting, but you know, 240s really don't do well on YouTube. 240Zs do, but you know, 240SXs are just kind of, everybody drifts them and everything, which it's not going to be a drift car. It's just going to be a street car. And, you know, we'll see what happens with it. I feel grassroots is the most fun. That's what I think too. Hey Dave, good to see you. Rampage is looking good so far. Look forward to each and every build video. Thanks. It would be cool to see the Wagon in the publication or on Hoonigan in the future. Yeah, I mean, I think people will start reaching out once it gets closer. It starts to look like something, and it, you know, people start sharing it on the internet. It's the biggest thing. Okay. What's the cars from my grandfather? So I think they're just Impalas or something. So I'm not exactly. He has a bunch of crap, but you know, my dad's getting them all, but I have to go help him pick them up. So it'll be in a video. It won't be missed. Hey, it's always great to hear from you. I would really love to see the Sylvia 100% done. Keep up the great work. Greetings from Costa Rica. Thanks. Enjoy these every Sunday. Love getting insight from you. Thanks. I'm glad people enjoy the Sunday live streams, and that's why I try to, you know, do them every week just so it's consistent. So every Sunday somebody, you know, you guys know that I'm gonna have a Q&A if you have any questions. I mean, it's pretty hard, you know, when I post a video, I'm working on a car as the video's posted, people are commenting. It's really hard to keep up with the comments. I try as best as I can, but you know, being able to work on the car and then reply to all the comments, it's one of those things. It's not gonna happen because it's just, you know, I want to get the car done, and if I just reply to all the comments for that video, you know, I wouldn't be able to work. So I think the Sunday Q&As give the subscribers that watch my videos a chance to ask me those questions that maybe I missed or skipped over or didn't see, or YouTube didn't notify me that there was a comment, and then I could just answer those questions. And it's more, to me, it's more personal. So I think, you know, I'll just continue doing this for as long as the channel's alive, and you know, I'll get bigger and bigger, and more people will ask questions, and then I can answer more questions, and it'll be a lot more insightful, I think. So, any tips on growing a channel? So there's not really any shortcuts to it. So if you start a YouTube channel and you think that unless you do something super crazy, oh, there's a tree there. Oh, I'm gonna stand up in the shade. It's getting kind of toasty on my legs. If you're gonna start a channel, think that it's just gonna instantly blow up. There are those outliers where people do start channels and they do crazy stuff, but most of the large channels on YouTube, they've been around forever. They've been around for you know over 5 years. People have been working at them, but that is just one of those things. You can't just expect a bunch of people to see your videos, because that's not how YouTube works. They don't really promote people's videos. It's kind of a pain. Even if you pay to promote them, it's not really effective. So I would just keep at it, start a channel, make videos, continue to make videos, consistently make them, and over time you'll gain people. The more people that see it, YouTube will recommend it to more people, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just keep at it. It's one of those things. Let's see. S13, 14, 15 are scarce over here. Love the body style, but finding the right one is hard. Yeah, I mean, they are kind of a pain to get a good one anymore. Everyone in Russia likes cars from America, but I have never heard that someone liked cars from the USSR or Russia. I don't think a lot of people have actually heard of the cars from Russia. So except if it was like a Yugo. I think those are from Russia, but you have the balance just right, I think, with videos and comments. Thanks. All stock, all original on the C10. I mean, those do get kind of rusty, so I'd check for rust. New Zealand having referendum on legislating weed. What's your view from Colorado? Would you support it again? So I really didn't support it on the first, when it was first passed, because I don't really smoke weed. I don't really drink. I'll socially do some stuff because I'm not I don't have an addictive personality. But at the end of the day, that pretty much ruined, I'd say, it's pretty much the main thing that ruined Colorado. So if you're gonna, I mean, it's cool, but it just seems like a lot of people, that's all they do. They just they just go buy weed and then they smoke it and then they don't do anything, and then it brings all the, I mean, you probably won't have that big of an issue in New Zealand, but brought a bunch of homeless people. I mean, there's just a ton of people, and then a bunch of people from other states, and then it just kind of made Colorado kind of crappy, because so many people moved here from other places, and then it just made it really liberal. And I'm not really political. I don't really care about politics, but and the difference between, so I have this one opinion. So there's like Democrats. So my grandma's a Democrat, and there's liberals. So she pretty much worked her whole life. She made a life for herself. She was a single mom, raised my dad, and then pretty much everything that she has, she became she worked for the state, and then I think she was on Martha Stewart one time. I mean, she's done all this stuff, but she pretty much started from nothing, and then she's a Democrat. So she kind of has an education and knows how things work. So there's Democrats, and then to me there's liberals. I don't think they're the exact same thing. So to me, liberals are people that really don't know what the hell's going on. They just kind of follow whatever somebody says, and that's pretty much my definition of them. So I don't want to get political or anything like that, but I don't really see them the same. And I think everybody that moved here because of weed are you know, they really don't want to work. They just want to smoke weed. They want to be on government assistance. They just want to, you know, and then they just want to vote for all this free stuff. So it really hurts the economy. It hurts, you know, how the roads are fixed, how the infrastructure is maintained, because then, you know, the government's having to pay all the money to support all these people that don't want to work, that are on, you know, government assistance, welfare, food stamps, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The U.S. is spending like $4.4 trillion a year on government assistance alone. So what's that have to say for it? So I don't know. That's my opinion on it, but I don't, you know, want to be political or anything like that. That's just kind of what I think the definition is, and I don't care either way. I just want people to contribute. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, I work hard for what I have, and people that just post stuff about getting stuff for free, and that if you work for something, it, you know, you're like a piece of shit and stuff like that. I think that's wrong. So let's see. Is a K-swap a good idea for first project car? So the issue, it's not bad, because they make everything. Hondas are really good. They make everything you possibly buy to do a swap, and it all pretty much bolts on. You can buy every part. You can buy plug and play harnesses. So if you want to spend a lot of money, it's going to be a fine swap. You shouldn't have any issues. It shouldn't be too difficult. Everything bolts together. You're not going to have to fabricate anything. You could buy everything that you need. So if you're going to swap something, do something that has a lot of support behind it, which K-Series and all the Honda stuff really does. Yugo is not Russian. See, I didn't know that. I thought it was Russian. Thought about doing a scat pack swap in my Magnum, but the wrecked cars are expensive. Yes, that's what people don't understand. So the scat pack car that I bought was like 16 grand. Now they've gone up, so have the Hellcats. So a scat pack Charger, which you would need to do the swap, they're like 20, 21, and Hellcats are like 30, 32, 35, 40. So it isn't a cheap swap, and I wouldn't just buy pieces, because you're gonna spend way more money piecing it together than just buying a car. So either just save up to buy the car, or just buy a car that's already swapped. So the drift tracks on all S chassis are getting out of hand, right? And also prices on JDM engines are getting out of reach too. So the thing is, JZs have always been super cheap. It's pretty much an RB. RBs have always been like 6 to 8 grand, 9 grand. R34 RB26s are like 14 grand. So JZs have always been cheap. It was pretty much like the Honda engine of the Japanese drift world. So at the end of the day, they're pretty much just where they should be. They made a lot more JZs, but I think the issue is why they're inflating, and they're never going to go back down, but they inflated them up because right now you can't really ship anything, so they have limited quantity of them. So they're like, well, if we have limited quantity, we're not going to be able to get any of these for like another year probably. We might as well raise the price. People are going to pay for them, and it just pretty much made everything more expensive. The same thing with S chassis is, you know, they're just rare. I mean, it's hard to find good ones. Everybody's drifted them, wrecked them. If you can find a clean one, you know, that's going to be expensive. But let's see, Yugoslavian. Oh, that makes sense. Very jealous of your weather now, Dave. 50 degrees here and pouring rain all day. Yeah, I mean, it is a nice spot here. It is. It's usually warm even during the winter, so it does snow, but it's not bad. Hey, Dave, greetings from Germany. I watch most of your videos and love your rebuilds. I know every video from your Wagon build and love the idea. Thanks. I'm moving out of Chicago to South Dakota in a few weeks. That's probably a good idea. Democratic Party has moved way to the left. Yeah, I mean, I think there's still some good ones, but yeah, just I don't know, it's just the whole idea of what everything's become is just out of touch with reality, out of touch with the American people. I mean, I don't care if you talk to somebody that's worked their whole life that's a Democrat or a Republican, they want exactly the same thing. So I don't understand why the whole party thing is just ridiculous. It's just a way to make people mad at each other, make people not like each other. I remember my ex-girlfriend's mom was mad that my mom was a Republican, and she like unfriended her on Facebook. And I was like, "Are you serious? Like yeah, that's the stupidest reason ever." But um, I don't know. It's just kind of out of hand how things are. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Everybody has opinions, and never not everybody's gonna have the same opinion. So why try to make them? Sorry, I asked about the weed situation. It's really not that bad. I mean, it's one of those things. It's all right to do every once in a while, but it's I don't know. Some people just kind of get out of control with it. Jobs, not mobs. Yeah, I mean, I at the beginning of the year, or not the beginning of the year, but the beginning of the year, before all this COVID crap happened, there was so many jobs, and now everybody's out of work, unemployed, losing all their stuff on government assistance, getting like people are so excited about these checks from the government. It's just like, oh, they're gonna have another check. Who cares? Go do something. I mean, even if I had a job, I lost my job, I would still be hustling on the side to make up that extra money. I'd be fixing people's cars, doing something. I mean, I wouldn't just be sitting around just like waiting for the government to give me $1,200 every like 6 months. So I don't know. Nothing is free. That is true. Any further plans for the Mini? The Mini is going to pretty much I'm going to go through the whole engine, refresh it. I've already actually started pulling it apart. Just it has some strange sockets and stuff like that. So once I get it apart and get the oil pan all situated, cleaned up, I can powder coat it and put it back together. So it will have some episodes coming up. Any Volvo updates? Not really. I need to probably do something about it. I have everything but a clutch and a flywheel for the swap. So I probably need to order that stuff. But that damn flywheel, the aftermarket flywheel is like I think $3,000 or something like that. So it's kind of expensive. In Europe, there's nothing left of the old pre-2000s JDM stuff, especially not already riced out to death ones. Yeah, I'm glad I still have my 240 and I never actually got rid of it, and especially my 240Z. I'm glad I have it and haven't got rid of it. But you know, that's a nice thing that I didn't end up selling them or anything, because the prices are so high now that I wouldn't even want to buy one. They're just so expensive. So you know, it's just nice to kind of hold on to stuff. How's the RX-7s coming? So when I do the roof for the Charger, I'm going to do the fan shroud for the FC. The FD, it's just so hard to get stuff that I need. So the titanium 4-inch pipe, I've been trying to source it. It's just all out of stock everywhere. So and then I need to 3D print that intake manifold piece just so I could, and probably redesign some stuff on it. But I need to do some SolidWorks is what I need to do so I can get that thing going. What do you think about E36s? They're not bad. You skipped my comment. I didn't see your comment. Let's see. Oh, man. Let's see. Yep, nope. Let's see. Well, it's everybody's gonna comment some stuff, but it's getting close to an hour. I think I'm gonna end the live stream here just so I you know, I'm gonna relax today. I was gonna go down to the shop and work on some stuff, but I think I'm just gonna hang out and just kind of take it easy today. The drive from California was a long one, and I think tomorrow I could get a bunch of stuff busted out on the charger if I get a little bit of relaxed time today. So I'm gonna say, and then what's up from Saudi Arabia, man? I'll say that. But I'm going to end the video here, the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have a video sometime this week. Not exactly sure when yet. And see you guys next time.